Imagine a world where the most enchanting, adorable creatures aren't the ones you see on your daily scroll, but instead, being so rare and magical, most people have never even heard of them. Imagine whiskers twitching in the moonlight, miniature paws padding softly over untouched earth, and wide, sparkling eyes peering curiously from shadowy thickets. What if I told you that somewhere in the planet's most hidden corners, these animals are living, and their cuteness is so otherworldly you might think they stepped straight out of an animated film? Prepare yourself, because what you're about to discover could redefine your definition of adorable. Travel with me now, far from crowded cities and familiar backyards, to remote deserts, dense forests, and mystical mountaintops where nature's best-kept secrets dwell. These aren't the fuzzy faces splashed across every calendar and coffee mug. Some of them look like they've been meticulously crafted by the hands of a digital artist. Oversized ears, impossibly tiny bodies, fur so plush it defies explanation. And one of them was so elusive that until just a few years ago, it was dismissed as local legend. Today, we count down the top 10 cutest animals you didn't know existed. Creatures so captivating, they blur the line between the wild and the whimsical. Let's begin with number 10, the jerboa. Picture a creature as eccentric as it is endearing. The jerboa is a desert rodent with legs like a kangaroo, made for bounding in great leaps across the sand. Its tail is long and tufted, providing the perfect counterbalance for its acrobatic jumps. But perhaps the most disarming feature is its ears, which are not just large, they're comically oversized, sometimes bigger than its whole head. It's as if evolution handed this animal a checklist of cuteness triggers and said, "Go wild." Watching a jerboa zip about is like seeing a cartoon come to life. Every movement is sprightly. Every hop seems joyful. They inhabit the arid stretches of Asia and North Africa and are so well camouflaged that local legends sprung up about tiny moonlit kangaroos. Few desert dwellers are as enchanting or as rarely glimpsed outside of scientific expeditions. At number 9, we find the dik-dik, the world's smallest antelope. Standing scarcely a foot tall at the shoulder, a full-grown dik-dik could pass for a fawn, even to a trained eye. Their delicate features, elongated noses, dainty legs, and soulful eyes would melt even the most cynical heart. But it's not just their looks, it's their sound. Startle a dik-dik, and you'll hear a soft, squeaky tweet, uncannily reminiscent of a rubber duck. Found in the shrublands of eastern Africa, these petite antelopes live most of their lives hidden in the underbrush, dashing away at the faintest sign of danger. Their size and timidity make seeing one a rare, fleeting delight. Now, ascend to the heights of the Himalayas, to the domain of number 8, the pika. Not to be mistaken for a Pokemon, but if ever an animal inspired one, this would be it. The pika is a little round ball of fur that resembles a cross between a rabbit and a plush toy. But what truly sets it apart is its habit of gathering wildflowers in its mouth, carrying bouquets almost as large as itself. Watching a pika scurry into its rocky den with a mouthful of petals feels like witnessing a children's storybook come alive. Their endearing chirps echo across mountain meadows, a sound few people on Earth have heard in person. At number 7, we glide into the misty forests of Japan, home to the Japanese dwarf flying squirrel. Imagine a muted, gentle twilight. A petite, puffy squirrel emerges from a tree hole, its fur the very color of moonbeams. It blinks with eyes so large and luminous, they eclipse its delicate face, evoking the charm of anime illustrations. With a swift leap, A membrane between its limbs unfurls, and, with effortless grace, it drifts from branch to branch, a living plush toy soaring through the treetops. These nocturnal creatures nest in tree hollows, spending their days cuddled in huddles like clouds bunched in a hidden corner of the sky. Few animals combine such remarkable abilities with such irresistible cuteness. Diving beneath the surface to number 6, we acquaint ourselves with the axolotl, a creature as enchanting as it is peculiar. Native to a handful of Mexican lakes, the axolotl is a salamander that never grows up. Literally, it retains its juvenile features throughout life, a phenomenon called neoteny, with external feathery gills waving like delicate pink branches and a perpetual Mona Lisa smile painted across its wide face. The axolotl exudes an aura of happiness, but its superpower is even more magical. It can regenerate lost limbs, spinal tissue, even portions of its heart and brain. In laboratories around the world, this smiling salamander is both a miracle of biology and a beacon of hope for medicine. Its gentle grin has won the hearts of scientists and animal lovers alike. At number 5, we meet a celebrity of sorts, the quokka. This unassuming marsupial, found on a handful of isolated Australian islands, is often called the world's happiest animal, and the nickname sticks. Quokkas appear to beam in every photograph, their lips perpetually upturned in a radiant, photogenic grin. Approachable, curious, and surprisingly tolerant of humans, they've become the darlings of social media, willingly posing for selfies with visitors. Their little front paws clutching snacks, their eyes sparkling with mischief. If the power of a smile could be bottled, it would look like a quokka. Journeying from the land of smiles to the realm of feline mystique, number 4 is the margay, a miniature wildcat that stalks the rainforests of Central and South America. The margay possesses a beguiling combination of traits: the overnight camouflage of a jungle spirit, the playful agility of a kitten, and the luminous eyes of an enchanted fairy tale creature. Their eyes seem impossibly big, absorbing every flicker of moonlight, every glint of curiosity. Margays are uniquely arboreal among wild cats, capable of climbing trees with such dexterity they've been observed running headfirst down trunks or hanging suspended by a single back paw. It's as if a house cat were granted the powers of a primate and the face of an angel. Now, at number 3, we dive into the mysterious waters for a creature as surreal as it is captivating, the sea bunny. While its name might conjure visions of a swimming rabbit, the reality is just as adorable. The sea bunny is a species of nudibranch, a sea slug found in the Pacific Ocean. But unlike its slimy kin, the sea bunny is decked in white, fur-like filaments, giving it the appearance of a tiny, plush rabbit with perky, ear-like appendages known as rhinophores. These sensitive ears detect chemicals in the water, guiding them to food and safety. They glide gently over the ocean floor, undulating with a soft bounce that seems almost choreographed. It's not hard to see why their unexpected cuteness has triggered internet frenzies. From the watery depths, we return to land to meet number 2, the Etruscan shrew. You'd be forgiven for thinking this creature is a myth, weighing less than a single coin. It is the smallest known mammal by mass. Its heart flies faster than a hummingbird's wings, beating up to 1,500 times per minute, just to sustain its whirlwind metabolism. To touch it would be like brushing silk against air. To see it is to momentarily doubt your senses. Living fast and fleeting lives across southern Europe and North Africa, Etruscan shrews are nature's embodiment of delicate wonder. And finally, at number 1, a creature so rare, for years scientists thought it was a folk tale. High in the isolated mountains of northwest China, darting among sheer limestone cliffs, lives the ilipika. This magic rabbit, as locals call it, is the very essence of cuteness. With a rounded face, proportionally large ears edged in soft brown, and a fluffy, chubby body, it could be mistaken for a handcrafted children's toy brought mysteriously to life. The ilipika has only been spotted a handful of times by researchers, and every sighting is cause for celebration. Its elusiveness, paired with its irresistible charm, has elevated it to mythical status. Yet it is heartbreakingly endangered, with fewer than 1,000 individuals estimated to exist in the wild. What makes these creatures look so irresistibly adorable? Dr. Amina Cortez, a renowned wildlife biologist at the Global Species Institute, offers some insight. Most of these species evolved in isolated ecosystems. That's why they're so unique and so rarely seen. Their appearance often triggers a neurological response in humans known as cute aggression. It's true, the rounded faces, big eyes, and tiny bodies of these animals seem to light up the same reward centers that make us coo over babies. Dr. Felix Nakamura, a behavioral ecologist, expands on this phenomenon. There's a biological reason why we react so strongly to features like large eyes, soft fur, and diminutive size. Through evolution, these traits encourage caregiving. We're literally wired to want to protect creatures that look this way. Our awe in the presence of such animals is not only emotional, it's deeply instinctively human. But just when you think the parade of cuteness has reached its peak, there's a twist. Somewhere in the world, scientists have found a species even more adorable, more captivating than anything else on this list. Its very existence is only whispered among select researchers, its image guarded with extreme secrecy. Why? Its population is so fragile, so threatened by the possibility of habitat destruction, that even one viral photograph could spell disaster. In an era where every precious animal faces new peril at the hands of commerce and curiosity, this mystery creature is a stark reminder. Sometimes, the kindest thing we can do is keep a secret. The details, what it looks like, where it calls home, the distinctive features that set hearts racing and minds reeling are kept under wraps. For now, we can only wonder, is it furrier than a quokka, smaller than a dik-dik? Does it blink with anime-sized eyes or glide through trees on fairy tale wings? The allure of the unknown is powerful. It humbles us, reminds us that the world is still bursting with secrets, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Why are scientists so cautious? It comes down to the delicate balance between sharing the magic of the natural world and protecting its most vulnerable inhabitants. A single photograph, shared without caution, can draw crowds to remote habitats, unleashing chaos on fragile ecologies. Sometimes, the sheer magnetism of cuteness becomes a threat in itself. For the sake of the animal and for the wilderness it embodies, the best-kept secret in cuteness must remain in the shadows, at least for now. As we marvel at these astonishing creatures, from hopping jerboas to smiling axolotls, from drifting sea bunnies to mythical ilipikas, one truth becomes clear. The animal kingdom is so much larger, stranger, and more enchanting than we could ever dream. For each animal discovered, dozens more likely remain undetected, living out their secret, adorable lives in the world's hidden places. But there's a bittersweet note to this tale. Many of these extraordinary beings teeter on the edge of extinction. Climate change, habitat destruction, and human encroachment are pressing in from all sides. If we're not vigilant, if we don't value their existence, they may vanish before we even have the chance to know them. Their stories risk becoming nothing more than footnotes in scientific journals or wistful tales whispered by those lucky enough to have glimpsed them. Yet hope remains. The very fact that new discoveries are still being made, that some creatures remain so secret they must be shielded from the world, is proof that the wild has not been tamed. Compassionate scientists, local communities, and passionate individuals around the globe are working not just to study, but to protect these wonders. With awareness comes stewardship. The more we know, the more equipped we are to preserve. So, the next time you see a viral video of a kitten tumbling over a pillow, spare a thought for the jerboa leaping beneath a desert moon, the flying squirrel gliding through a Japanese forest, the maguey blinking from its leafy canopy perch. Think of the bouquet-hoarding pika in the Himalayas and the smiling axolotl beneath Mexico's waters. Remember that beyond our screens, in places most maps don't name, the world's rarest, cutest animals are living vivid, secret lives. It's a testament to nature's endless creativity and a call to curiosity, wonder, and care. Remind yourself that even if you think you've seen it all, the animal kingdom is always ready to surprise you with a new marvel. That the next big heart melter, the next smile inducer, might still be hiding just out of human sight. Stay curious, stay enchanted, and if you want to be the first to meet the next secret star of the wild, keep following, because tomorrow's discovery could be even more incredible than today's. The planet's most adorable creatures have yet to reveal all their secrets. It just might be your heart they melt next.